All right, YouTube, what's up? This your boy zipblockgory, and
It's your boy Rodney 383.
here to review Tron Legacy.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it was marvelous. But let's just opinions aside, let's go ahead and get into the review of Tron Legacy and all its glory. Now,
hmm
first things first. Did you get how did you see the film? There were like three different ones. You could see it regular, you could see it regular, but with the 3D, and you could see it in IMAX with the 3D. Which one did you see it in?
I saw it in regular 3D, and let me tell you, I don't even like 3D, but I saw it in 3D.
Oh shit, that's what's up, man. I seen it in that IMAX
hmm
3D. Oh my god, the shit was gravy. I mean, it was good, man. The light cycles. Oh man, all right, I'm jumping the gun. All right, all right, guys. So this is the Tron Legacy. This is basically the Tron 2. But a brief synopsis of Tron. It's basically Sam Flynn is the son of his Kevin Flynn, his father, and his father's been missing for 20 years or so, and no one knows what happened to him. He was a business tycoon, he was a pioneer, and just out of nowhere he just up and disappeared. And people speculated, he's dead or he's in Costa Rica or whatever the case. But this kid Sam, he hadn't had his father for a while, and out of nowhere, he gets like his dad's best friend comes over periodically, from what I gather, come over periodically to talk with the kid. Also, the kid is technically the leader of an empire, a whole company. But being a kid and being a rebel and being a biker and that whole persona, he not really down for that. He more down for pulling pranks and stuff like that. But his father's best friend comes over, and he says, "Your dad, I received a page on my pager." And he still got a pager, so that was funny right there. So
hmm
he goes to investigate the page because his dad's friend said it came from the arcade where his dad, used to work at and stuff. So he went to the arcade. It was rusty. It didn't look like anybody was there. It was in a ran down neighborhood. So he pulls back this arcade and finds a room, and boom, he's in Tron world. He's in the cyberspace. So all right, so that's basically the gist of it. That's basically how he got there. Now, as far as the the plot of it, you want to go ahead and take that?
Yeah, the plot is basically, well, we have the hero, so to speak, which is played by Jeff Bridges, and like you said, that's the father of Sam Flynn. And then we have the antagonist, who is Clue, pretty much the bad guy of the show, of the movie. But one thing I noticed is he was CGI. Like in the beginning of the movie, he's talking to his son, and I couldn't tell if it was CGI or fake. But if that was CGI, it looked real good. That I thought that was fantastic. And then basically, the whole plot, without giving away too much, is basically it feels like you're in a video game. It really does. Just sitting there watching it. So that's pretty much all I can say about it without giving away too much.
All right, let's go into the characters. You got Jeff Bridges as Kevin Flynn.
hmm
You got Garrett Hudlin as Sam Flynn. Olivia Wilde as Quora. You got Bruce Bottleichner as Alan Bradley slash Tron in here. And Tron, Alan Bradley slash Tron, he was Tron in the original Tron movie, I believe, right? And
Yep.
now in this movie he's playing Alan Bradley. So that's pretty awesome. You got James Fran as Jarvis. You got I don't even know how to pronounce this girl's name. Boo Garrett. Boo,
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
It looked funny, like some French shit or something.
hmm
It definitely looked like it spelled like a word that it don't pronounce the way it looked. But Boo Garrett as Jim. Michael Sheen is Castor slash Zeus, which he was an awesome character, like over the top, Mike Elton John looking cat. Um, and those are the basic main players of it. You also had Draft Punk there playing the DJs. You couldn't tell, if you couldn't see their face or whatever the case, but that's what it says. Um, so as far as the characters, how did you like the main character?
Oh, I liked him. I found him very relatable. I didn't feel like he was boring or anything. I liked in the beginning how he was on a bike and stuff like that. He was running from the cops and he was getting away and all that stuff. I mean, he did get caught one time, but still, I like how he was like free spirited and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
mean, it had a big like almost anime feel to it.
yeah, I can see how he had that inherent ability to like ride motorcycles. So when he got to the light cycle round inside of TRON, inside of the cyberspace, it was like second nature to him. So you can already tell he had that type of persona. He knew how to handle a bike. You know what I'm saying? All right, now how about Cora? Um, Hotness doesn't even describe, but
I know, right?
hotness and stuff. But I mean, I'm telling you, these the women in here are spectacular. I have to
Yes.
say. I forget the one girl's name. I think oh yeah, yeah, Boo Garrett. That's the other that's Gem, right? That's the other the
Yeah,
like
she
they're
was
all
dressed in
white.
white.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She was
yeah.
boy. She was. I'm telling you, circuit breaker. I'm about to. Yeah, I'm about to do some shit. And Jeff Bridges. Now his character, you know, he had the quippy lines from like, because they make a point to show you that he is like still think it's the 80s, so he talked like the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Radical dude, and stuff like that. So I thought that was cool. All right, now other than that, now the dude, let me see, Michael Sheen as Castor slash Zeus played like a guy in white, like a seemingly flamboyant, to say the least, but playing like the Elton John character, real. I mean, he was a cool character. He kept having some funny lines. He was running around when they
Yes, yeah.
killing each other and busting each other up. All right, but other than that, everybody else was pretty standard. So we're gonna go ahead and move on with that. Now,
Mm,
let's talk about the visuals.
yes.
Now the world of Tron, the whole world. I gotta say it's spectacular. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's beyond my belief. Like amazing.
Yeah, cause I
Truly
particularly liked
amazing.
it seemed that if you were good, you had a blue glowing light, or white, that white glowing blue light. And if you were evil to an extent, you had
Right.
the orange or the yellow light. You know what I'm saying? I noticed this a couple of times in there
Mm-hmm.
because there's a scene where they hop into a ship. Flynn, both Flynns, father and son, and Cora, and they hop into a ship, and it was orange, but then it morphs into a bluish white color, as to say, like, they took over that ship, or like, they uncorrupted it, so to speak. So that was pretty good, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, another thing about the
Yes, it
visuals
was.
were the damn the disc battles. Man, the disc battles
Yes.
were beastly. I mean, they were ridiculous. I mean, um, I particularly like how people bust apart like glass. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, that
the
was really good.
acrobatics in the movie were damn good. I mean, a lot of the flipping around and the way they handled the disc and all of that, it was pretty good. All right, let's go to the sound.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not a draft punk fan. Not to say that their music isn't good. I just, that's not my type of music. I'm gonna start listening to them now, though. Watching this one, I'm gonna listen to them now. But draft punk. They had the kind of techno beats and stuff. I enjoyed the music. How about
Mm-hmm.
you?
Oh yeah, I loved it. It fit perfectly with the world of Tron.
Oh yeah,
like their music was made for this
it was
movie,
pretty good.
so
All
I
right,
had no problem with it.
now the CGI, particularly on the Jeff Bridges character. Let's go in a little bit. Let's go in. Let's go deep. Um, Now there were times when it looked pretty good. When it looked pretty decent. Particularly when it's in a dark area or whatever. In the Tron world, it looked more decent than not. But the first
Yeah.
jarring look that you got at it for me was when he was talking to the kid when he was little in the bed, and then they showed his face. I was like, yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, I mean, like it was fake, but it was like they kind of they
Yeah,
can you
yeah,
can tell
yeah.
like they getting real good
I,
at that
I don't know if
CGI.
they're
Like
there
they,
yet though, because
yeah.
I could definitely tell. It
Mm-hmm.
was, let me see. It was.
For me, I could tell because of the lips, like the way his lips move. I was like, okay, that is CGI, and then the way
Oh
his
shit!
teeth, like they
You know
look
what? I
too
didn't even
perfect. You
notice
know what I'm
that. I was
saying?
focusing on his eyes because
Yeah.
they look like glass. Um, really shiny, reflective ass
Oh, okay.
eyes. They were either really shiny or reflective, or in some scenes like dark, like you couldn't see the eyes, like they were sunken in or whatever. Also, I kept close
Mm-hmm.
attention to how his neck moved when he turned, because obviously it was a guy in a motion capture, and the way his neck moved or the way he did certain movements, I could tell I could tell it was fake. But
Mm-hmm.
overall look good. Some scenes look like fucking um you could really, really, really tell. You know what I'm saying? Some scenes you can
Yeah,
really
yeah,
tell,
yeah.
like really badly. Like not that it's bad, but like the ending scene, when he's up in the air, he's yelling like "God!" Like I was like,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
was
Like I
like,
said, that
dude
mouth,
looked
like
like he opened up his mouth like he was about to swallow, like he was an anaconda unhinging his jaw or some shit. I was like, what? But yeah, that was. I mean, other than that, that was pretty good. I like the I like the whole. It was pretty good. I can't knock it. It was a couple times when I seen it at first. I seen it and I was like, that looked fake. But then it seemed to get better. It was hit and miss throughout the movie. There, there
yeah,
were a
yeah,
couple
yeah. That's
times
the
that
best
got
way to
me
put
like,
it.
what the fuck? Like, but other than that, it was pretty damn good. It was like he was the only one that did that. That character. Anyway. All right, now let's move
Yeah.
on to the light cycle battles. Oh shit, man! I'm telling you.
Yes.
Light cycles, all the shit. I mean, I'm telling you, I was driving home after that, and boy, I was bobbing and weaving, boy, shit. Boy, it had you pumped, man.
Yeah,
Dude
yeah.
was getting in. What'd you
Yes,
think
it
about
do.
it?
I loved it, man. I love the part where I love how it forms like their run, and then it'll like form, and then
Yeah,
boom, it's like all around you and stuff like that. And they
yeah,
still
it was
use the
pretty good.
disc
I
with it
like
and
how the
all that. It was
discs
great.
were like your data, or like your were like your hard drive. So
Mm-hmm.
like it's like when you take the disc off, you're playing with your hard drive, and hard drive against hard drive, trying to kill each other and shit. It was pretty good. Now, now a couple things like I'm not gonna give anything away, but let's just say if you can go into the Tron world and bring one of these fine, hot, and sexy women out, um, in
Mm-hmm.
real life, I think everybody would go there just for that. It would be worth the risk because, I mean, they did. I mean, it was some weird science shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I ain't gonna give it away,
Right.
but the ending, I was like, man, I wish I could do that. But let's go ahead. A couple things. Is there anything that bothered you about the film, or something that you felt that they didn't explain in detail, or what?
The ending, like without giving away too much, like okay, you remember the ending.
Yeah,
Everything just kind of boom, right? It goes boom. We don't get any answers to what
yeah.
happened to the game itself. Like, is it still going? Is it, you know what I'm saying? That kind of bothered me. Also, there could have been a little bit more. There's a little bit more cycles. I would have liked like another chase scene,
Oh
and
yeah.
I would have been cool with that. But other than that, no.
Now I had a little discrepancy. I was moving, I'm watching the movie. I'm catching it, but I'm not holding on to it because I'm moving forward. But a couple of things. Now, most people, a lot of people, a lot of reviewers have said that you should watch the first one. If you watch this. Now, me personally, I've seen the first one, but it was so long ago I don't remember it, and I didn't rewatch it. So you might as well say I haven't seen it. Now, I would say that's good. I would say, maybe if you watch the first one, you'll definitely have a better understanding of the world that they messing with, or how it looked back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can make that comparison, but they do give a brief synopsis of what happened through flashbacks. Now, my thing was the flashbacks looked how they look now instead of looking how Tron looked back then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I got you. Yeah.
Because like back in the 80s, and they referenced the years and stuff. Back in 84, I thought of Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, if you're going to do a flash, all right, I'm looking at you now, 20 years later. Obviously the world of Tron, the inner world had changed. It evolved, made new programs and codes and all that stuff. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when you flash back, it should have been the old Tron world and the old Tron suits updated a little bit, but just to show people the progression of it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that.
Because I'm like, well, you didn't look like that back then. You didn't look like young Jeff Bridges back then. Like, it was kind of funny. Because
Yeah.
when they showed Tron from back in the day, and he was wheeling, and he was a bad motherfucker back in the day.
Yes.
'Cause
Yes. That motherfucker was beast.
he was the Darth Maul. Well, I don't know. He was the Darth Maul without the, because he had two discs. You know what I'm saying? He had two.
Right. Yep.
I
Yep.
was like, yo, dude was getting in there, and he was nice. And this boy had martial arts skill. Man, he was nice.
Yes.
So that was just a little plot flaw that I thought, cause I'm like, Tron, the world of Tron didn't look like that back then. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
saying that it looked exactly how it looked now back then. But you know, fucking that was pretty much the the only thing. Now another thing I want to talk about was the programs. Now, what's your take on the programs? As far as what?
They seem, I don't know. They seem a little bit too intelligent. I almost want to say.
All right. Well, I'll give you an example. Like, I didn't understand the flirtiness of some of the programs or the cartoon. I mean, the cartoon or the characters, because in a computer-based program, there's no need for flirtiness, or it's good for the viewers, for us watching the movie. So
Mm-hmm.
I can see why they put that in there, but as far as from a computer standpoint, they had like emotions, and they had they was flirting with each other, but you are just a program that's control alt delete. That is what you do. So it was kind of weird to have them type of a thing. It's kind of like the Matrix, where you have the key maker,
Mm-hmm.
you have the Oracle, which is like the hard drive or whatever. You have all those different jobs. Now, since they were in a computer and everything in the world is from a computer world, I was trying to see what role certain people had. Like, for instance, you had the thugs with the messed up faces going to see the Zeus character. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was talking to those black guys, and well, I don't know, the main guy was black, but he was talking to them. They looked like rebels, rebellions, and all of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Refugees and whatnot. And I could take from that they are the the corrupt files, the damaged ones, because they had like damaged faces and whatnot. Um, or as far as the women, they call it sirens, I guess. You get four sirens, Yaya, Yaya, DaCosta, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Mathis, and Serene the Swan. So yeah. So were they to like were they the 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 damn the defragmenters of the world? Like people had
That's
roles.
what it seemed like.
Yeah, because I'm like, he came down there and they stripped them, and
Mm-hmm.
they put new clothes. Did they like defrag them? Another thing was the operating systems. Like, it was kind of like they had like the operating on the CPU on a back, so to speak. Like, everybody had a disk. It was like their memory chip for the disc, but they worked perfectly fine when it was detached and they were throwing it around. And I was thinking, like, don't they get damaged or what? Like, I mean, if you clashing them, I would think that some shit would get damaged, but I don't know. Some of the characters, it being a world of computers, some of them were cowardice. Like the right hand man of Clue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was a coward. Long live the humans. And then when Clue walk in, death to the humans. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, he like, I had enough of you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what'd you think about that? Did you have?
Like I did like how to like when the games was going, they was like oh when he like I think one of the discs hit him when he was playing the games and he bled and they was like, oh, it's a user. So I'm like, oh, okay, they can distinct a user from a regular program. But yeah, they could have explained like the different tasks and stuff like that a little better.
Yeah, because the one guy, the right hand man of Clue, he was like, oh, it's a user, and the way he was like, it's like scared to touch him, like, ugh, you're dirty, don't touch me, like, that type of thing. Um,
Right.
it was kind of crazy. Plus, another thing was when they, another scene was when they found the hideout of the father, and everything in there was physical. It was like it was funny to them to touch. They were touching books, and it looked kind of weird that I guess to them it seemed weird that he had these physical things that weren't like able to just disintegrate and bust,
Yeah, yeah.
because it was kind of weird, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, other than that, I mean, the movie was pretty good. I mean, I really didn't have. It's one of those movies that I'm gonna probably go see it again,
Right, right.
just because the a lot of things. It's I like to know what roles people play, and
Right.
those that whole I felt because I felt like take a movie like Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
They explained it well. Well, she's the architect. She's this, and this person is the key maker. Oh, he's the virus. Stuff like that. They explained it. Whereas though in here in the computer world, they really didn't explain, the roles of the people who inhabited it. They only said, well, okay, you have, um, you got Kevin Flynn. He is the, creator. You got Clue, was created by Kevin Flynn to create a perfect world and help. Then you had Tron, who was also a helper of Tron. Now, I can't remember. Was Tron also created by Kevin Flynn?
No, I think Tron was the like main one of the I think he was the main program of the game
Okay, all right.
until Clue came along and took that over. But yeah,
Now,
that's how that went.
how'd you? So it was kind of like they just said, well, here are these people, but they didn't explain other. I guess you could speculate on what they were. I guess they left that up to us. But another thing, how'd you like the costumes?
Oh, the costume was great. but sometimes you can like tell like they were costumed like I don't know like some of them were kind of coming off a little bit. I just noticed that was just me, but the way they were made, I can kind of see why they were kind of like coming off and whatnot, especially when they was fighting and stuff like
I
that.
didn't.
But
I mean, I didn't notice that. I noticed that. I could tell when it was CG. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time when they was on the bikes and whatnot. But
yeah,
as far as like when you saw them by themselves, like just walking in a hallway or whatever, a lot of the
hmm
close-up scenes, you could tell that the CG effect wasn't as heavy on the suit, so it looked like, okay, this is the real suit, and we just lit up the strips. Whereas though when they're doing actions, light cycles or whatever, driving, then you can see like, all right, they apply the CG like full blown on here.
yeah, for sure.
But
I gotta say though, comparing this to like the world of Avatar, James Cameron's movie, I mean that's a beautiful movie too. But this, I don't know, I just love the way this world looks. Like Pandora looks beautiful, but this one looks, I don't know. I almost want to say it
well,
looks better.
Pandora is nature, so you know it's kind of the forest and whatnot. So they're kind of two different on a beauty standpoint. I think just the beauty of nature, Avatar takes it,
Yeah,
because this has no nature, it has no trees. Um,
right.
they they never really even showed other than the little at his dad's hideout. They showed them eating, but they never showed people eating. You know, it was kind of crazy. It was like I don't know, but the world itself, oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
I think I think they did have Clue drink something, but I think it was poisonous he gave to
Oh yeah,
somebody or something. What's his name character?
Zeus. Yeah,
Zeus.
I
Yeah. They was drinking something. I don't know
because
what
I
they
didn't.
call it. I don't
I
know.
thought
But yeah.
I thought I seen him make the drink and give it to Zeus, but I didn't see him take a sip though. But he might have though. I'm not sure. Um, my thing was,
Yeah.
why didn't they show Tron, his face?
Y- yeah, that was yeah, because I know he was infected, but at the end he kind of I don't know, he kind
Yeah,
of came
cause
around.
oh yeah, all right. Let's talk about Jeff Bridges a little bit. Jeff Bridges. Now, is this nigga not like Neo from the Matrix or what?
Yeah, he kind of
Well,
is,
he was
man.
on some
Yes.
Yoda stuff. I mean, some real deep, profound Avatar stuff. I mean, he was like
Yes.
Zen. He was doing the meditation. He could do force burst. He could do uh gravity pushes and uh bust up terrain and summon the wind. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
wow. I was
Yep.
like, yo, and that like when he was doing the wind thing, I was like, oh, it just turned into the X-Men in this bitch. But you know, because it just looked
Yeah.
weird to watch the old like him. He old and he doing all these hand motions like he's summoning the forces of evil and shit or something. I was like, what? This shit look wild. They got him doing the choreography for wind pushes and gust of burst winds and all that. And I was like, that's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. His character, like as far as like his beliefs and stuff, I guess what I took from his character, like he was obsessed with the game. Like he was just like they say throughout the movie, he was expecting perfection, and you can't expect that even in the video
Yeah, that's
game.
true. Yeah, cause
Uh,
I thought it was interesting on how they put the whole thing together. Also, it was some crazy scenes like in the beginning, like why on earth would the kid with Sam Flynn just be up at the top of a scaffold, like just now I seen what he did with it, the little parachute thing. But I'm like,
right,
dude,
right,
you are
right.
not Batman. You do not have superpowers. You don't. You don't.
Yeah, that was like, yeah. And then a security
Yeah,
guard was on it. So
and
I'm
I'm
like, so you really gonna
like,
get him? Like, you really
ain't
gonna
no
get on
fucking
there
way
with
I would
him?
have got on there. Like that, he don't look fit to even try to attempt some shit like that.
Right.
So the fact that he moved out on a scaffold made it more ludicrous. I was like,
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, dude, nah, that. That was they could have
Yeah,
like
I was
done
like, that
without that.
whole scene could have been out because he could have, truthfully, he could have swooped out through the door and got back on his bike, and I would have took that. You know what I'm saying? But they had to go like,
Right.
oh, he's a rebel. Not only is he the the pretty boy playboy with a bike, he also fearless. He can do you know, great feats and heights and all this other shit. And I was like, that was
Yeah.
something that did not have to be in there. Once you seen him walk past the boardroom and you see he saw them all frantic, like, oh, what the fuck? And you know, you saying the look on his face like, yeah, I got their ass. That was all. That was all that was needed. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Like I thought the bike scene, like I said, the bike scene when he was, getting chased by the police, that was
Yeah, that was
cool in itself. Like, okay, he had that shows that he a daredevil
yeah.
or whatever, you know what I'm
He
saying?
did a
So
simple, well, it's simple, it looked simple, but he cut his lights off and he just went off the side of a ramp. Um and like, I mean, he went past the ramp exit, so when he went off, he went off on the straight part of the road, and I was like, damn, this shit looks slick. It was slick how he, you know, how they choreographed that, like the police just missed him and shit. I was, yeah, that was slick.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, cause I also liked I mean, it was a lot of stuff I liked about this movie. I don't know, it was I like some of the characters. I like the choreography of when they was doing the disc battles and stuff. It was pretty
Mm-hmm.
good. I like the glow and the neonness of it. It was great. I mean, from a standpoint, on a scale, I guess, you know, we can go ahead and get a scale going. On a
Yeah, why
scale
not?
of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, that's gonna be about my flaw too. As I said, though, I can't give it a 10 because of the ending. They didn't explain really what happened, and they had a little bit of flaws in it, but in the plot. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So an 8. That's what's up. Yeah, so we
yeah.
give it an 8 out of 10 collectively. So this is Rodney383. Holla at your boy.
Zipblockgory, and don't forget to check out that new channel.
Oh yeah. Check that channel out. Go ahead. I will put an annotation at the bottom of it. So, you know, we're done now. So go off and subscribe to that. So yeah, we're done. This has been a review of Tron Legacy, and we will see you guys next time.
All right,
Peace.
peace.